I don't really need to tell you how cool it is to give the illusion that you are reading minds, especially if it's impromptu and you tell them not to think about anything at all, then you tell them what that is. Well, that is the trick that the revolution effect is going to teach you. Hopefully this revolution effect review will give you all the information you need to whether it's worth the price. The revolution effect touts itself as the #1 mentalism and mind-reading trick guide, and it is very good. The headline of #1 mentalism and mind-reading guide is a little misleading. The revolution effect is just one trick, the mind-reading trick, but it is worth it. Definitely worth it. If however you are looking for a general guide to many different techniques and tricks for mentalism, you should not get this and get the Master Mentalism course instead. You can follow this link to read our Master Mentalism review. Anyway, getting back on track, this is the Revelation Effect review, and it is a decent guide for anyone who is new to mentalism or even an intermediate who wants to learn a billet peak technique to reading minds. The Revelation Effect focuses specifically on mind reading and cold reading of subjects, which is of course an essential element of a mentalist. Mentalism demand is on the rise and will continue to do so while high-profile mentalists receive worldwide exposure. If you are an aspiring or veteran mentalist, you should have some form of mind-reading trick in your arsenal. What you get: the guide is instantly downloadable and is one 40-minute video filmed and edited in a professional studio out in Australia. In the footage you will have how to perform the trick as well as test performances on other people. You probably have seen the first video where he approaches a group of girls and states that the girl is thinking of her best friend, and he also correctly states her name. To me, when I first saw the clip, it looked like it could have been staged from the reactions and wondered if it was a scam. It's not a scam, fortunately, and it's very easy to perform, as you'll find out once you see the 5 simple steps he uses. You know how it works and how easy it is to implement, and you understand that it's very easily done without having to stage it. If you already are familiar with mentalism, you may already know this technique, but I will get to that later under the criticism of the guide. You also see him demonstrate the performance on 2 other people. He approaches a man and a woman on, performs the act on them, and correctly guesses that she was thinking of an animal, more specifically a rabbit. The third pair is a couple of elderly ladies, and he dazzles them by getting it right. He performs the act pretty well. Immediately after the demonstration, he tells you how he does it and how you can do it too. He gives you step-by-step explanations, 5 very simple steps to teach you everything you need to know. Criticism: okay, this is where things get interesting. The course was released in 2010, and when it did, it received an awful amount of attention from the mentalist community, and perhaps for a very good reason. The course itself has come under fire for rehashing a very well-known technique in magic forums and communities. The video is based very strongly on a mentalism technique devised by Millard Longman. Millard's own DVD costs around $125, so you are getting the same principles as taught by Millard at a fraction of the price. The problem comes from using another magician's technique and not changing or adding your own twist and selling it. Not only that, but selling it for a fraction of the price. Millard has named the method Acidus Novus, and after further research he did actually give permission to Michael Vinci, the author who used it and created the Revelation Effect. Although Millard initially agreed and still does agree that Michael Vinci can use his Acidus Novus method pretty much unchanged, other than calling it the Revelation, he is upset with the price point. The method is very powerful and has served Millard and many others for many years, and he is concerned at this price point it will sell like hot fire and eventually everyone will know how the feat is performed. He doesn't want such a powerful technique that he has successfully wowed crowds with for over 20 years to become that act that children can learn from a cereal box. Especially that to buy the trick from Millard's website directly is $125. So Millard hasn't asked the Revelation Effect to be stopped and has publicly come forward and said he gave permission, but as you could understand, he isn't too happy with the price point. It's also cutting Millard out quite a lot, comparing $125 versus $47 for the same material. Not a lot of people will buy from Millard even if he is the original, and it's showing support towards the inventor. Those who would like to show their respect and purchase the video from Millard himself to support him. If you wish to do so, you can buy it here. It's not just Millard who is a little upset. Many people in the mentalism community are upset that at $47 mentalism is going to get far too much exposed and too many people will learn the art. Others think it's a good thing though. If you are willing to pay $47 for your first trick, then it shows that you are keen and have determination, and it's more likely that you will attain a higher level in your mentalism endeavors. Bonus is possibly due to the criticism of the act just being a straightforward rehash of the Acidus Novus. Still amazing. Michael Vinci has added 3 extra bonuses. The revelation effect comes with 3 bonuses, the first being think of a card, which is an alternative method to read someone's mind. You will be shown him performing the act, how to give the illusion that you are reading someone's mind to guess the card they picked. The author values this bonus alone at $12, and it is a neat trick. The second bonus is a psychological opener that you can perform to warm up the act before performing the revelation effect, and the third bonus is a questions and answers video where he gives the best answer for the most common questions regarding the revelation effect. Conclusion: well, there is quite a lot to be said about this guide, the first being it's just one trick, an amazing trick however that every magician or aspiring mentalist should know. I hope you have enjoyed this revelation effect review and found it useful. If you already know the trick to read minds through a ballet pique known as Acidus Novus, then you don't really need to buy this guide. If you don't know the trick, then I feel that you do have to buy it. It's an amazing trick that should be in everyone's arsenal. Just read some of the testimonials to get an idea of how well this trick works. This brings me to my next point, where to buy it from. As I said in the criticism, the revelation effect is a trick that was designed by Millard Longman but modernized and done in a video guide. Should you buy it from the originator and show you support for Millard at a higher price of $125, or buy the same trick branded as the revelation effect at $47?